From PNC Park in Pittsburgh, tonight the Pirates host the St. Louis Cardinals in the middle game of their three-game series showdown as the Memorial Day weekend has kicked off. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon. Buccos certainly enjoyed their 8-1 victory over the St. Louis Cardinals in the opening of this six-game homestand. Greg Brown, Bob Walk, and Robbie Ince-Mikowski with you. And with the Pirates tonight, great to have him back off the disabled list today. Center fielder and hitting third, Starling Marte.
Yeah, he was red hot when he got hurt. And really, when you lose him out of that number 3 spot, it definitely makes a difference in your lineup. You think back to a couple of tough series we had, one against the Padres, one against the Reds. We could have really used him there. And you can see there, 1,000 OPS in the month of May before he got hurt. Hopefully, that's the kind of bat he's going to bring back to that 3 spot today.
We were wondering what the move might be. Jose Osuna option to AAA Indianapolis. So the Pirates keep Austin Meadows, but he is not in the starting lineup tonight. It is Corey Dickerson in left. We just mentioned Marte, and Gregory Polanco getting another shot out in right field today, though Clint Hurdle has dropped him down from the 2-hole to the 7th spot of the order.
Well, if you take away those early games where he was so hot, he really hasn't done much with the bat this year and didn't deserve to be up at the top spot. So not surprised to see him being dropped down to the bottom of the lineup.
It's the Pirates and the St. Louis Cardinals, middle game of the 3-game series. Trevor Williams aiming for his 6th win of the season. First pitch coming up next.
Bordas. Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice. Let's go Bucks!
And youngsters getting their camo hats today thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Well, afternoon action on Memorial Day weekend. Pirates and Redbirds. Bucks are 4-0 against the Cardinals, and Gregory Polanco with some help from the enemy, Marcell Ozuna, the left fielder for the Cardinals. See both clubs wearing the camo style jerseys. All teams in Major League Baseball through Monday will wear that style of uniform. Just a light drizzle, but the heavy stuff We're being told not going to be around for quite some time as the umpiring crew gets ready. Bill Miller, the crew chief. And Trevor Williams making his 11th start of the year, an ERA just over 3. Starling Marte returning to the lineup. No rehab. He'll be out in center field, and Trevor Williams leads the way. First man onto the diamond. Bucks rebounding from their disappointing series in Cincinnati to defeat the Cardinals last night 8-1. Austin Meadows is with the team, but at least for now the Pirates are saying they're going to get him at bats by moving him around, giving Corey Dickerson a rest in left. Marte, Clint Hurdle said, is just off the DL today. So and the struggling Polanco. We'll see how it all works out. I think looks like Marte and Polanco are going to wait. And Marte will make the entrance. Head out to center field. Right oblique strain landed him on the disabled list, but as Bob was just saying, he's an integral part of this Pirates offense. Trevor Williams, how good has he been?
He's the right now the ace of the team in my mind. If you I was asked the other day, you got to run somebody out there to win a game. Who's it going to be? Well, right now it's Trevor. I don't think anybody can really argue with that.
Check out the Cardinals lineup. Matt Carpenter is 3 for 8 in his career against Williams. Jose Martinez on the road this year, one of the best in the league at .333 for the first baseman. Tommy Pham in center field. Then it's Marcel Ozuna. Jed Jerko over at second base. Dexter Fowler is in right. Francisco Pena does the catching. Jairo Munoz is at shortstop today, and Jack Flaherty on the mound.
And there are the numbers. Why Trevor, the ace now, 5-2 ERA, very good at .305. And you look at the opponent average, he hadn't been giving up any hits. 40 strikeouts and is almost 60 innings of work.
On to defense behind him. There's Marte in center, flanked by Dickerson and Polanco. Colin Moran, Jordy Mercer on the left side of the infield. The Josh is on the right. Harrison and Bell. And Francisco Cervelli catches. And the first pitch, ball 1 on Carpenter, was outside. He was 1 for 4 last night. His first at bat, batting second in the order for Mike Matheny. Hit a single off the Clemente wall, and this time hits a drive that is over the Clemente wall and nearly clears the entire seating section. And just like that, it's 1-0 St. Louis.
That ball out over the plate. They're trying to go upstairs with him, I imagine. Both those pitches were up there. They caught a little bit of the center square. And he pounded it. That was up on that back chain link fence. They had to score 1 anyway.
16th career leadoff home run for Matt Carpenter, who has been red hot. The batting average, you wouldn't know it, the 200 average coming in, but the last 2 weeks he has been the hottest Cardinal. And Jose Martinez hitting second. 1 ball and 1 strike. Martinez
Carpenter's always been
last
somebody
night.
he had the fear in that lineup, and what was happening with him early in the year, kind of unexplainable. You figured it was going to break for him.
It's the 7th home run that Williams has given up this season. Cervelli gets the brunt of that foul ball.
Hit him in the arm with a chest protector. Might be a brand new chest protector. That one yesterday took a lot of Powerade.
Yeah,
Imagine it was soaked this morning.
After the game, one of the heroes, Matt Carpenter, his 5th home run, a quick 1-0 lead. He's now 4 for 9 with 2 home runs in his career off Williams. And going the other way, Martinez. He doubles.
The story this guy is coming on and hitting like he is this late in his career. A big part of that offense now for the Cardinals.
There's Martinez, who again was hitting 3rd last night at 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Now in scoring position for Tommy Pham. Has been leading off a bunch this season, including last night, and he bounces it sharply, and the Pirates have a play between 2nd and 3rd. And Jose Martinez should be an easy out, and a little bonus, Pham still at 1st.
Now you knew he wasn't going to run away from Colin. Colin chased him down. That was a nice job by Jordy, kind of not just automatically throwing the ball to 3rd. Martinez might have been able to scoot back, but he froze him and then gets him going close enough to Moran where Moran was able to easily tag him fairly quickly. And as you pointed out, Greg, Pham still at 1st, which is a good thing.
Here is Osuna.
No green sleeve today.
Yeah, camo today.
Yeah.
First year with the Cardinals. The former Marlin, 3 homers and 22 RBIs. Couple of strikes. Williams in his career against the St. Louis Cardinals is 2-2, but a 6.85 ERA. 7 appearances, 4 starts. Jed Jerko on deck for the Cardinals.
Weird seeing those gray birds on his chest.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's like you're watching an old game, black and white.
Yeah. Except for the helmet.
Yeah. And Williams wisely lets it go, and that is a double play.
Excellent job by Trevor pulling his hand down. Beautifully done.
Redbirds get the home run from Matt Carpenter. Jay Hay will lead off for the Pirates. RAV4 starting lineup includes Francisco Cervelli hitting second and Starling Marte in that 3-hole with Josh Bell hitting cleanup, Corey Dickerson, Colin Moran, Gregory Polanco, and Jordy Mercer hitting .341 at PNC Park this season and currently owns a 6-game hitting streak. Trevor Williams, that's ninth. Pirates saw Jack Flaherty in the series in late April here at PNC Park. Matched up against Trevor Williams.
See a lot of those right there, sliders. Fastball, slider, those are his two main pitches. Not a real hard thrower. Should not seem really overpowering anybody.
Josh Harrison was not in the lineup on April the 28th when Flaherty faced off against the Bucks. Jay Hay was still on the DL and a ground ball to Carpenter. Here comes Francisco Cervelli in the 2 spot of the order. And we check out the defense. Matt Carpenter, Jairo Munoz on the left side of the infield. Jed Jerko is at second. Jose Martinez at first. Dexter Fowler in right. Tommy Pham in center. And Marcel Osuna won a Gold Glove last year. Didn't look all that strong defensively here last night. Francisco Pena catches Flaherty.
That looked like he was really into the game last night.
Cervelli was into the game last night. 1 for 3, hit by a pitch, and the big blow in the ball game. His bases loaded clearing double off John Brebbia in the 7th, giving him 30 RBIs.
Now, the way he's been hitting it, he deserves to be up here at the top.
And there's Carpenter again. Two outs. We'll bring up Starling Marte. Been on the DL 10 days minimum. And they thought when he was placed on the disabled list it would probably be the minimum time, just a slight right oblique. When he was put on the DL, he was riding a 9-game hitting streak. No rehab. Asked him today about live batting practice. Took a little bit of it today, but mostly against the pitching machine. And really thought nothing of the 10-day layoff. Quite confident. And drives one to center field. I guess he's confident. He crushes this one. A Marte-Parte bomb. Well over the bullpens to tie the game at 1.
That's one of the furthest home runs we've seen this year. Curious to see what they'll come up with, but you just don't see him clear both bullpens here very often. That's
number
amazing.
7. That is amazing. He's been off 10 days and a couple days off the pitching machine.
Some guys can hit. He's one of them.
That is a long way. Richard Rodriguez using his cap.
Hit that gentleman right in the palm of his hand. Bounced off the tower.
Clearing that back fence.
And now he's got it. Yeah, I mean, how many of you seen go over that fence?
A handful in the history of this ballpark.
Yeah.
Starling Marte wows them here at PNC Park. Ties the game at 1. last. Projected distance 447 feet on the ball that cleared both bullpens.
Good. I'm glad it went that far. That renews my confidence in the math.
Well, the longest home run ever hit here, estimated distance 484 feet. Sammy Sosa in 2002 hit one off that security building, ivy covered.
Back behind where Marte just hit his ball.
Yeah, about 40 feet behind where Marte hit his. That's one of the farthest balls ever hit here at PNC Park. We just witnessed. Extending his hitting streak to 10 straight games. And now Jed Jerko leads off the second. 2 for 4 last night. Colton Wong sits. Jerko started at shortstop last night. Jerko, Dexter Fowler, Francisco Pena for the Cardinals. Both teams exchange home runs, Carpenter and Marte. And Jerko uncomfortable looking swing and a miss. Well, Bob said it, some guys can just hit. He can just hit. Allegheny Health Network Supermo look.
Yeah, Greg, it was a year or two ago, and I've told this story before, where I went in the batting cage in Miami, and he was in there hitting. I needed to ask and talk to him about something. And it was like he was almost shredding the netting. I never saw the ball or heard anything like that in my life, the way the life that ball had coming off the bat. It was almost a scary sight. You didn't want to be standing there. It's like these explosions or something going off. It was amazing. And that's his bat speed is incredible at times. And he put it on display with that home run. And what's, you can expect that every now and then over, off the big guys, the guys that are going to hit 35, 40 home runs a year. The quote unquote home run hitters. Marte's not that kind of guy, but when it just comes to sheer power, how far can you hit a ball? I'll put him up there with anybody.
How many times have we said it? We still don't know which Marte you're going to get. His best power numbers 3 years ago, 19 homers, 81 runs batted in. And another strikeout for Williams.
Greg, I think the answer to that question is Marte's to answer. Whatever player he wants to be, if he would commit to one of those, so this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to just focus on it every single day, the entire summer. This is the type of player I'm going to be. He could be, I think, either one of those guys. He could hit for extremely high average, or maybe he could be a 35 home run guy. I wouldn't bet against him, but he'd have to, I think, really not try to go down the middle with it. He's got to commit to one or the other. What's more valuable to a team? I don't know. That's a good question too.
Might depend on the team, makeup of the club.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
But he certainly has the tools to be a 30-30 guy. 30 homers, 30 steals. He stole 47 bases 2 years ago, his last full season. Remember, he was suspended half of last year.
Yeah, it's hard to find a player that has those kind of physical tools where you combine, everything, the raw power, the speed. I mean, he's one of the fastest guys in the league. He can throw with anybody. Tremendous throwing arm.
Still 1-2 on Francisco Pena.
Potential is there. I think it's still untapped.
And I think it's one of the many, many reasons why this is a fun team to watch this season. Watch the year unfold. As simple as that. Popped up to another guy who's a lot of fun to watch. The left fielder, Corey Dickerson. He will lead off the bottom of the second. Area. Thanks for watching and rooting on your Buccos. All of us at AT&T Sports Network and the Pirates appreciate your support. Bel Air, Ohio, here in Pittsburgh, PA. UPMC scoreboard tied up. Pirates and Cardinals fans on hand. And Corey Dickerson leads off. 2 for 4 last night. RBI triple in the 6th. Pirates had 3 triples in the game. Dickerson now with 31 runs batted in. And that .319 batting average is tied for 6th highest in the National League. He's got 58 hits. Also tied for the 6th most in the senior circuit. 15 doubles. 2nd in the league. Couple of strikes on Corey Dickerson. He and Gregory Polanco were both called into Clint Hurdle's office. The Pirates explaining to both that apparently Austin Meadows is going to spell them, give them days off. The plan for now.
Yeah, I'll be very curious to see how it plays out. You know, to be honest with you, I said this on the Cook and Pony show the other day that Austin Meadows, I think if he's in the big leagues, he has to be an everyday player.
It's hard to imagine him sitting.
Wherever he's at, whether it's Indianapolis or here. I think that this part of his career, being a bench guy, spelling guys, is going to be tough for him. And we've seen that, I think, with Osuna. Osuna's come up a couple of times, hot as can be, and then after sitting the bench for a week or so, he's not the hitter that when he first got here. Now I don't know, every young guy is a little different, but Meadows right now, I mean, his first week in the big leagues playing every day was just incredible.
Well, I mean,
he's National League Player of the Week.
I was going to say, is there any argument he's the best player on the team this past week?
No. So that's why we'll see how it plays out to see exactly what kind of playing time he gets.
Pirates have made a lot of tough and interesting decisions the last couple of days, and more to come. Perhaps Ivan Nova, the situation with his right index finger, apparently bit of a question mark. Colin Moran now Trying to bust out of an 0 for 14 hitless straight. He is 2 for 13 against Cardinals pitching in the 4 games played so far this season. Hit a 3 line drive outs last night, though, for Moran.
Well, he gives the outward appearance that nothing bothers him. But you don't know what might be going on, in his head, thinking about, wow, I got this 0 for going, and this is my first year as an everyday starting pitcher, rookie.
Third baseman.
Or yeah, third baseman too. He plays that also.
Yeah.
But he always looks so cool and calm, like nothing's bothering him. But he's got to be aware that they haven't been falling in lately.
It doesn't matter who you are, regardless of your outward appearance, it has to start to get on your mind a little bit. And there's another guy right there. He's the real center of attention. The moves that were made. First base unassisted. It's as if the Pirates are giving Polanco a pretty big vote of confidence in that he is not the one to sit. It almost wouldn't have surprised us had Meadows been in right field today. In fact,
I'm surprised he's not in right field today.
Yeah, Clint Hurdle the other day, we asked him about the fact that Polanco was not in the starting lineup on Thursday afternoon against the Reds, and we've seen Hurdle do this in the past with guys like Andrew McCutchen, sit out an entire series just to have him get away from it. And we asked the Pirates manager if that might be the case with Polanco, and he said on Thursday we're going to take it day by day. Well, Polanco continues to struggle at the plate. Last night 0 for 4, did hit the ball hard a couple of times, drew a walk. But how many times have we heard Clint Hurdle say that big leagues, it's a matter of you got to produce.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's all well and good to give Polanco this vote of confidence as they have at least today, but now with Meadows waiting in the wings, you have to figure it's going to be a shorter leash now for Polanco.
The fact that he's not hitting second. I mean, they left him at second a long time through a long stretch of where he was slumping pretty bad, and I think being dropped to number 7 probably is also a little wake-up call for him. That hey, they're running out of patience.
Only so much we can do. Work with you.
And the reason they do have patience is because you see every now and then, like the first, say, 10 games of this year, where he was just
what he could be.
It could be just a power force in that lineup. But it just hasn't been nearly consistent as I think everyone thought it was going to be when he first came to the big leagues. Well, he had, 5 home runs and 15 RBIs, and it seemed like the first week it was just incredible.
Well, draws a walk.
He has been doing that a lot. He's been getting his base on balls. And even though the batting average is down, the on-base percentage is decent shape.
That was one of the things that got Flaherty in trouble, by the way, that start here at PNC Park on the 28th. He lasted into the 6th inning, but walked 4 batters. He ended up suffering the loss. Pirates won the game 6-2. He gave up 3 runs and 5+. Here is Jordy Mercer, 6-game hitting streak going. What if Polanco feels the need, because he's not really contributing with the bat, other than, as you said, drawing his fair share of walks, to try and get that running game going again, show other aspects of his game? A little bit better defensively in right field yesterday, for example.
What I was going to say, I think, he's got to be thinking about that and really try every day he comes here, he's getting really focused about all parts of his game. And yesterday, I thought that was one of the better defensive games that we've seen him have. He made some very nice plays on getting balls into second base, some good strong throws. You know, not being a a regular player, obviously, I don't know this for sure, but I've always thought it's going to be very difficult when you're not hitting to have that leak into other areas of your game. Just the confidence and your overall state of mind. I mean, as a regular player, hitting is such a dominant part of what you're doing out there.
Of course, at second ends the second. 1-1.
And listen, if you're coming to a game this homestand, it's going to be super hot. Temperatures in the mid-80s or higher every day up until next Wednesday's game against the Cubs. So if you want to cool off, come on here. New beverage station here on the North Shore. We got coolers full of really cold beverages. As we move along, who doesn't like a cold beer? Actually, a freezing cold beer. You see the temperature there, 31 degrees. But new for 2018 is the icy wall right here. We got blue raspberry, Coca-Cola, wild cherry. You can get a regular size icy or the souvenir cups here. It costs you $9 to get one, but when you refill it, it's just going to cost you $4 to do it. So if you want to cool off the hot temperatures of the ballpark, come on out here to the main concourse, easy access, in and out, sections 114 and 115, right between the two of them. And Greg and Bob, if you guys want one of these, I need you to read your credit card number over the air, and I'll come back and do it along with the 3 digits on the back, okay?
Well,
so
wait a second.
Send it to me over the air right now.
You're saying you won't buy it for us.
4143.
You won't buy it for us. So we got to give you the credit card number.
Give him the number.
Go ahead.
Would you believe I forgot my wallet?
All right.
I cannot believe I forgot it. So just go ahead and read your credit card number. I'm going to punch it in the machine.
Cheryl Munoz singles. You were saying, Bob, that credit card?
4143 1817 1980 1993.
Security code on the back.
I'll have to get it
Let
out.
me look at it. 313. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
And expiration is 523.
There you go.
Okay, what kind would you guys like?
Surprises.
Yeah, surprise.
All right, mixture of all three. Go ahead, sir. Sorry, we're interrupting progress right now. I got to get out of the way of this.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought you were talking about
wait
the
a second.
Light.
Not the IC.
The icy wall, not the icy light, guys. We're trying to cool off here.
The IC light, not the IC wall.
All right, I'm glad I gave him a fake number now.
Jack Flaherty going to try and move the runner. It's a down. Second sacrifice bunt for Flaherty, moves Munoz.
That was a nice bunt. He deserves a couple of fist bumps for that one. Good speed now on second base.
Carpenter homered to start the ball game. Number 5 on the year for Carpenter. Four hits, 9 at-bats versus Trevor Williams. Showed you that batting average against number at the start at .211, 8th lowest in the National League. And that's high praise. And look at some of the names on that top 10 list, including Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom, Steven Strasburg, Carlos Martinez, Patrick Corbin. Opposition only hitting 176 against him.
Change up, down and away. Carpenter, good eye. He doesn't like to chase a lot. Sometimes you can strike him out looking. Be very picky. What do you think? Back inside where that 3 ball was?
He's such a tough guy to pitch to. Don't care what that batting average is. And he has struck out 47 times in 150 at bats.
Doubled up on the changeup. Definitely fooled him. Back to back. Must have in his mind thought when he took that one that was away for a ball. Well, he won't throw that again. And he did.
And to right. Polanco setting up for a throw. And look at that strong throw from Berger Polanco.
Yeah, like I said, Mercer lets that go. That's a one hopper on the bag.
Tomorrow, Kids Day at the ballpark. Youngsters 14 and under get camo socks thanks to Powerade and Sheets. Before the game, don't miss the Family Fun Zone right outside on Federal Street. And after the game, kids can run the bases right on the field here at PNC Park. Get your tickets at pirates.com/kidsdays.
Wave, Greg. Wave back down.
Oh, yeah.
He can see you.
Yeah. Thumbs up. The first pitch strike on Jose Martinez. Kids Day tomorrow, but kids enjoying today's game. Loving the popcorn.
Juice box sitting there.
Yeah.
Got it all. Nice block by Cervelli. Amazing how they hit the switch and the wild pitch
just
went away.
Incredible.
It was
runaway numbers at the month of April. Out of control.
Something
and now
you couldn't even explain. And now you hardly ever see one get away.
Trevor Williams has been, you'd say, by all accounts, a pleasant surprise in this rotation now at the age of 26. Thrust in the rotation last year when Jameson Taillon was placed on the disabled list. Began the year in the bullpen. And now Cervelli going to burn up one of the trips. What's this discussion, Bob?
Well, they've thrown several different pitches this at bat. And so it's just all about pitch selection, about, well, what are we going to do to try and put him away here? We've got 2 strikes on him. We haven't been able to put him away. Now, you never know whether it's Cervelli going out to plead his case or Cervelli going out to just say, hey, well, what do you want to do? And what do you think? And then you just, as a pitcher, you say, I don't know, just put something down, I'll throw it. And then to really get their goat, as soon as they drop down a sign, you shake it up. And that gets the game off to a good start. You always want to keep your catcher a little irritated. Keeps him edgy in the game. Just with Cervelli, I don't think you really need that.
Oh, base hit to center field. And runner going to be waved home. Marte's throw is strong but late. And now the throw to second, and they will get Martinez. But the Martinez single scores Munoz and gives the Cardinals the lead. 2-1, St. Louis. Lead, and Trevor Williams starts things off here in the Pirates' third. Two hits and 18 at bats. It was wild to see Joe Musgrove get the offense kick-started last night. Just 2 singles for the Pirates through 5 innings against John Gant, and then the Pirates pitcher Joe Musgrove, his first major league hit. Started it all. Shortstop Munoz.
That was in my band the DH form over there on the radio after that. That one got me going.
Yep.
That was good to see. And you know, I loved even, well, in fact, we were talking about how being out on the bases now is probably even more fun than the hitting part, you know. And then he's got a score on the way, and he made really nice turns around the bases.
Nice slide.
Kind of a stylish slide, I thought. And then to hear him talk about it, you know, later on, he said something. He didn't know where to look. He's running like, you know. And I was trying to think back that, when you're not out there, you do kind of like forget about, should I look at the base? Where am I supposed to be looking as I'm running along?
Feel lost.
Oh yeah, the coach. Yeah, there he is. You know, that's what it can be like out there. And it just was a lot of fun to see him have that success, not only pitching but as a complete player last night.
Just another reason why the National League is so much better than the American League. Jay, first K for Flaherty. Brings up Francisco Cervelli. Allegheny Health Network injury update. Sprained ligament in the finger of his right hand. He might miss the next start, but he was out there taking some ground balls, trying to work on his defense. PFP earlier today. Did not go with his bullpen session today. Decided to skip that, and they'll wait and see if they need to either DL him or just skip a start. And he's scheduled to go Tuesday night against John Lester and the Cubs. He seemed confident today that he'd be back out there Tuesday, just in case the Pirates pulled Nick Kingham from his AAA start early last night. So it sounds like the options are, if they DL Nova, they'd bring up Kingham. If it's just a one-shot deal, they could have Stephen Brault pitch in that spot. There are options. Nova was adamant about improving his defense. He got in after about a half hour out on the field working on throws from the first baseman, taking some balls on the mound off Fungos. Said he's not used to being this bad defensively.
It has stuck out like a
sore index finger.
Yeah. But the one play that happened the other day, what I thought was, really his undoing, was that throw to first base as he was crossing the line. And I still think back that I thought they should have called the runner. I can't remember now who it was.
Oh,
it was that Dixon guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, Brandon Dixon.
Or no, he was the one that.
Oh, he was the one that was called. That's
yeah.
right.
But
it was Scooter Jeanette.
Right, Scooter Jeanette. Because I thought, man, he's running right down the chalk line, just like Dixon was the night before. But they didn't call him out. Yeah, umpires missed that one.
Nova again working with the coaches.
That was 2 games ago. He dropped a throw while covering first base when it was a perfect throw, but he just clanked it, and then that hurt him also. Boy, every out is precious. Every one of them. And you have one there. You don't want to be the reason it isn't made.
You do wonder, not to make excuses for Nova, but 3 of his starts, you wonder if those plays are made. What is the outcome of those starts?
Yeah. They're different. How much different, I don't know, but they are different.
Take that, Elias Diaz. Somebody's going to pay for it. Cervelli battles here. 8 pitches so far. This at bat. Hitting in the 2 spot of the order as Polanco drops down to the 7 hole. And for Francisco Cervelli, this is his first time hitting second this season. Battling again. Yeah, nice work from Cervelli. Now Starling Marte, the home run in the first inning to extend his hitting streak to 10 straight games. Barrel Automotive league leader stat in terms of current hitting streaks. Marte has the longest current streak in the National League. Michael Brantley of the Indians, 14-gamer.
So he's looking down at first base. He's trying to give Cervelli time to. He's putting on a wrist guard or something. That's what the holdup was.
Chopper. Diving stop. No chance. Infield hit. Marte is 2 for 2.
Very surprised that ball was even thrown to first base. You're just taking a chance of moving everybody up 90 feet. I don't know you're ever going to see anybody dive for a ball, a ground ball up the middle,
Yeah.
and then get up and throw out Marte.
Most
smart move by Martinez.
Yeah.
Immediately left the bag and went running after that ball.
So now Josh Bell, 2-out action here.
Love to see Josh get hot with a home run ball. If I remember right, Greg, didn't he? That was kind of his MO last year. He'd hit 3 or 4 real quick.
Yeah.
And, maybe even in a series.
Got real hot with the long ball. And a little chopper. Cervelli dances around the third baseman Carpenter. And the Pirates leave a couple. Down the run through 3.
Fourth inning. Toyota, what drives you?
2-1 St. Louis. Go to the 4th. Can't beat the price. Bucko baseball. And students can sign up for the Pirates Papa John's Student Pass. Get exclusive ticket offers throughout the season. Get a text when deals available. And if you accept, the tickets will be sent via your mobile device. Plus, get a free Papa John's pizza when you make your first purchase. Sign up at pirates.com/studentpass or by texting code STUDENT to 61592. That's STUDENT to 61592. Big homestand here tomorrow afternoon. Finishes off this one against the Cardinals, and then Memorial Day 1:35 start on Monday with the Cubs. 3-game series begins.
Always love it when we're playing the Cardinals, the Cubs, and the Brewers too. A little extra on the line.
Pirates begin the day 3 back of the Brewers in the Central in second place. The Cubs are 3.5 off the pace. And these Cardinals 4 back. The Mets and Brewers are underway in Milwaukee, with the Mets up 4-3 in the second. 2-2 on FAM. Cardinals tonight host the Giants at Wrigley.
Trevor never afraid to go inside on anybody. He's stuck 3 of them in there so far to FAM.
FAM, Osuna, Jerko. Williams faced off against Flaherty last month. Hard hit past Colin Moran, and extra bases for Tommy Pham. For the third time in 4 innings, leadoff man aboard.
Hey, you never like to see that double, but especially not to start the inning. A slider that just started way too far inside. He wanted to break that off the outside corner of the plate. He hung it. Now he got work to do.
Joe Musgrove last night was able to keep the Cardinals off the board when twice in the last 3 innings that he pitched, the Redbirds had leadoff doubles. Dexter Fowler and Marcell Osuna. In the first inning, Osuna hit into a double play.
Ooh, one of those doubles to third base with an out, if I remember right. And Joe had a real good strikeout of the next guy,
Colton Wong. Yeah.
Strand the runner.
And this is trouble. Pham will be held. And it's first and third with nobody out.
They went the other way, thinking that just wanting to move the runner, and he still got the base hit. So. Just because you're trying to move somebody over doesn't mean you're really giving yourself up. You're still trying to get a knock. Just if you don't get it, you want that positive out.
Early call to the bullpen.
Yeah.
Tyler Glasnow looking like.
That's 6 hits now.
Yeah.
Williams is not having the game to this point that we normally see him have. We used to see him.
Popped him up, and a big out with Josh Bell camped under it. Jerko fouls out. Pirates were conceding a run there, looking to get a double play ball. Now it's Dexter Fowler.
Such a left when you can get that first out and nobody moves up, whether it's a pop fly like this or a strikeout.
Fowler struck out in the second.
A real big hole on that left side.
Ooh. Smacked on the knee to load the bases. That sounded and looked like a direct shot in the side of the knee.
It, got up above that shin guard he's wearing for protection.
First batter that Williams has hit this season.
Looks like he's in some pain.
Dexter Fowler, the veteran outfielder for the Cardinals, 32 years old, was signed as a free agent. 5-year deal in December of 2016, and see if they can get him up. He can't even put pressure on it.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Boy, the Cardinals have definitely had their fair share of injuries. Where's Yadier Molina on the DL? Paul DeYoung.
For the Cardinals, number 48, Harrison Bader will run for Fowler. Harrison Bader.
Ooh. Tried to back it out of there, but almost like a heat seeker. Just kept following him. Couldn't get away from it.
Allegheny Health Network super mode. You hear Cervelli, no. Well, now they're loaded. Harrison Bader pinch running, and here's Francisco Pena. Pena takes the strike, flied to left in the second. They activated Carson Kelly today off the disabled list. He had been on the DL with a hamstring injury, but Pena in there again today. Now 0-2. Yadier Molina on the DL with a pelvic injury. Williams tries to wiggle his way out of this jam. Pham led off with a double. Osuna single to right, and Bader running for Fowler. Bell over. Still 0-2 on Francisco Pena. Signed as a minor league free agent. Williams is making his 37th major league start. He went 7-9 last year with a 4.07 ERA, first full season in the big leagues.
Can he get this strikeout? Had a couple of pitches to go for it.
And a fly ball hit deep to left center field. Marte races in to make the catch. Well done by Marte. And sacrifice fly on the 0-2 pitch for Pena scores Pham. Osuna advances 90. And it's 3-1.
Yep, that's a pretty good job falling behind 0-2, getting that ball to the outfield. Hoping that Williams come up with the strikeout pitch. Well, as far as he wants to go now, he's giving up 3 runs. He needs to turn off the spigot right now. Nice and tight.
Jairo Munoz single to start the third and scored. His 8th hit in 30 at bats. Majority of this season at AAA Memphis for Munoz. Munoz, one of the players that the Cardinals picked up over the winter in the deal with Oakland for Stephen Piscotty. The outfielder who was moved closer to his mom's home. No doubt you know the story about Stephen Piscotty's mother suffering from Lou Gehrig's disease. And John Mozeliak, the president of baseball operations for the Cardinals, talked about how they had a number of options once they acquired Marcell Ozuna to move Piscotty to a handful of places, and they decided on Oakland in part because that's where Piscotty could be closer to his mom, who passed away a couple of weeks ago. And a diving stop by Moran, but no play. Infield hit for Munoz, and Ozuna scores. It's 4-1.
Just a little bit of bad luck, or good luck, depending on how you want to look at it. But you know, you're wanting for just to hit a ground ball, and that's just a routine 2-hopper just about anywhere else, but right down the chalk line is problems. Of course, the good luck was that it was caught. It didn't end up down in the corner.
A stop by Moran, and now Ray Searage with a trip to the mound. 2 are in, 2 on, 2 outs, and it is Richard Rodriguez who actually got up, not Glass now. Pirates trailing by 3.
And with the pitcher hitting now, I guess it's safe to say this is his last shot. He gives up a hit to the pitcher. I'm sure he's out of there.
He went 6 innings against the Cardinals on the 28th of April. Gave up a couple of runs on 4 hits. Beat Flaherty and the Cardinals that day. And it's 1-1 on the Cardinals pitcher. One for 6 at the plate.
After this inning, I think Trevor's going to probably look back at that Pena at bat. He was out in front 0-2, needing a strikeout with 1 out, a man at third.
And Cervelli, 1 hopper to Jay. Nice play by Harrison. Not only pick the ball out of the dirt, but apply a tag on Bader.
How did Williams get underneath this throw?
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Bader running for Fowler. And that'll do it for the Cardinals, but 7 men to the plate, 2 more in, up 4-1. that update, and congrats to Pitt.
Hope that's not a bad sign for us. They lost to the Cardinals.
No, it's not a bad sign. Come on.
Go Bucks. Go ahead, go Bucks. Yeah, let's go.
Harrison Bader stays in the game to play right field for Fowler. Bucks need to go to work, down 3. They have been the comeback kids this season.
They got 6 runs to get, or 6 innings to get 3 runs. Plenty of time. I mean, you don't really even have to change the way you're playing right now. You don't have to play for a big inning. Still do things like move runners over. Steal bases if opportunity is there.
Take pitches.
Yep.
High fastball, 2-1.
They let it fly. That's where you want to go after that 2-0 pitch if you're going to try your hand at hitting it.
Blue Jays are playing the Phillies this afternoon in Philadelphia, and Russell Martin is starting at shortstop. Fly ball to center. Easy play for Tommy Pham.
Third baseman, Colin Moran.
Now Colin Moran. We grounded out in the second. Flaherty, first round pick in 2014 by the Cardinals. Their number 2 prospect behind Alex Reyes, who's ready to come off the DL. Moran bounced out to first baseman Jose Martinez. He's now 2 for 14 against the Cardinals in the 5 games played in the season series so far. These 2 clubs hooking up 19 times. And over the last several years, pretty much count on close games. Rare to see a team like the Pirates win 8-1 last night. Going back to the start of the 2014 season, the Pirates have scored just 1 more run than the Cardinals. 332-331. There's Joe Musgrove. Outstanding Pirates debut last night. And Moran will end the hitless string. He was 0 for 15 before the 1-out single to center.
Well, they gave him a good pitch to hit, and he did something with it.
How about Musgrove with 67 pitches in 7 innings? Someone said that's the first time in about a decade that a pitcher had gone 7 innings, 70 pitches or less. And someone told me that, and I didn't get the exact number, that there was a game back in 1988 at Dodger Stadium, July 10th. Bob Walk pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 earned. Jim Gott finished up, and that in your 8 innings, I think they said that you were under 70, 75 pitches. Do you remember that? 71?
71 pitches, 8 innings. He had a normal game for me.
Now, how did you know that right off the bat?
Because we were just talking about it at dinner.
Oh, I wasn't there.
No. So I'm sitting here thinking now, who was the spy at dinner that told Greg?
I don't have any spies.
There was a spy if you found out about this.
So you remember that game?
Yeah, I remember the game. It was the last game of the first half before the All-Star break. And Dodgers, they just want to get out of town. They're just winning everything.
Well, Gregory Polanco is fortunate. Well, maybe he's not. He really was not busting it down the line there. And did Martinez apply a tag or not? They're going to challenge it. Did he get him?
From that view, I can't tell. Now, if he did, it looked like it was early enough. Oh, this will tell the story. Yeah, they're going to call him out, I think. Didn't it look like he got him on the elbow?
Oh, boy. Yep, he's out. Double play. And that'll do it for the Pirates. Down 4-1 through 4. Relievers striking out their opponents at a high rate so far. Second in the National League, 9.84 strikeouts per 9. And individually, look at where Stephen Brault stands. Richard Rodriguez and Stephen Brault. Rodriguez 4th, Brault 12th, and then there's Tyler Glass now, Michael Felice, and Kyle Crick.
Pretty impressive to see Brault up there, but since he's gone in that bullpen, man, has he picked up some velocity on his fastball, which always helps out a lot when you're trying to get strikeouts. Unless your name is Richard Rodriguez,
Yeah.
then the velocity doesn't matter. It's all about location, keeping the ball up, and a little deception, and lots of swings and misses at his fastball. Not that he's not like he's throwing slow or anything like that, but he's not one of those guys that's going to throw the ball 98, 99 mile an hour to fire it by people. He's going to throw it 93 and get swings and misses. Or at least he has this season.
Faces Matt Carpenter. As Trevor Williams goes only 4 innings. His shortest outing of the season. Rodriguez kind of goes against the numbers, the analytics. The spin rate and the like doesn't indicate that he should get all these strikeouts, but the hitters do. How they react. Falls behind Carpenter, 3-1.
A little shaky with the control right there,
which is highly unusual for him.
You look where those 4 pitches have landed. They are all around the universe there.
He has 1 walk, Rodriguez, this season. Carpenter, they're going to give him a hit, and he'll take it. Nobody there at third. Bunt single to start.
First baseman, Jose Martinez.
Now, if there was a couple outs, I would say, you know, what's he doing? You know, he's got power to hit an extra base hit for sure. We saw him just hit a deep home run earlier, but to start out an inning with nobody out, free base runner. Don't know why more and more guys don't do what he just did. You really don't even have to disguise it. He kind of like tried to, wait a long time. There's nobody there. Who are you going to fool? There's nobody to fool. Just, square around kind of like it's a squeeze button. As soon as the pitcher starts in his delivery, bring the bat around, bunt the ball firm that direction.
Martinez, a couple of hits, RBI. Oh, 2 on Jose Martinez. Richard Rodriguez began the season in the minor leagues. Signed to a minor league free agent deal this winter. Hard hit, but out of play. A couple of late bloomers perhaps here. Rodriguez, just 5 games last year for the Baltimore Orioles, his first opportunity in the big leagues, just a handful of games after spending almost 8 seasons in the minors. And Martinez, now at the age of 29.
He's like that, one of the toughest outs in their lineup.
He was picked up from the Royals in a minor transaction in May of 2016. He's finally getting his first chance to play every day. John Mabry is the hitting coach for the Cardinals, the former Redbird. Jose Oquendo, after being out of action for a couple years, is back in the third base coach's box this season for St. Louis.
A Redbird for life. One of those players that brought a lot more to the table than was reflected in the stat sheet. There was a game, I think, where Oquendo pitched. It was an extra inning. It wasn't like a blowout game, but an extra inning where there's no pitchers left. And I think he held the fort for a couple innings. If I can recall that. I think he ended up getting a loss, but it wasn't like, oh, he's going to go in and pitch, it's over.
Kept them in the game.
Yeah.
Well, they're blocked there by a Pirates catcher. Cervelli keeps that from going back to the backstop. Michael Wacha, Pirates will miss him. He's pitched better this year. Carpenter, 2 more hits. Homer and a bunt single, and he offered, and the ball gets away, so the runner will wind up at second on the wild pitch. The strikeout of Jose Martinez. Well, the Nissan road ahead. Series concludes tomorrow afternoon. One of the big surprises in baseball this season, Miles Michaelis, 6-0, 2.24 ERA. Opposes Jamison Tyone, who's looking to really put a foot down, as Clint Hurdle likes to say. Tomorrow, coverage starts at 1.
not been hard this year for any of our starters to, other than I think Williams, to really get on that consistent roll.
It's been choppy. A lot of the starters.
But you just keep, hoping that every day is going to be the beginning of that. Like, for instance, Tyone going out there tomorrow. Be the first of a whole bunch of good starts. There's Joe. He's at least set a good foundation for one of those rolls.
Deep center field, Marte. About as deep as he could go.
Yeah, he was running out of room. Wasn't sure if that one was going to stay in here.
Tommy Pham flies out to deep center. Marte certainly hasn't had the day off. First game back.
It's been a tester.
His home run in the bottom of the first tied the game at 1. And then the Cardinals a run in the third, 2 in the fourth, and I'll run our third base with 2 outs here. Marcell Ozuna. Over from the Marlins, acquired this winter for 4 minor leaguers. Ball and a strike. Mets and Brewers tied at 5 now in the fourth. Cubs later tonight. Brandon Nimmo's been on fire. He homered for the Mets, as did Michael Conforto. 2-1. Brewers won in extra innings last night, 4-3. And that'll be out of play.
Brewers are finding pitching. I think that was their question mark when the season started. Quite a few accomplished offensive players, but especially the starting rotation. But so far so good. They're making it work.
That bullpen has been tremendous as well. Another block there from Cervelli.
Bullpen's been incredible.
They just got Corey Knebel back.
They definitely have a shorter game when they get the lead.
Look, Knebel blew a save yesterday. They ended up winning it again in 10 last night over the Mets. So Carpenter at third with 2 outs and a 3-2 count on Marcell Ozuna, as Richard Rodriguez looks for a final out. And toward Polanco and right. Route number 3. Halfway mark here at PNC Park. 4-1 St. Louis. Offensive output has been a team effort. Plus, find out why the Pirates' base hit celebrations have taken a new turn. Those stories and top plays debuting tonight after Pirates postgame. Pirates trying to turn around this game, trailing 4-1. It's Mercer, then Adam Frazier on deck to pinch hit. Not out of hand yet, but need to get something going here offensively. The home run by Marte in the first, and at least a base runner in each of the first 4 innings. Mercer hitting .321 his last 15 games. It's going to be out of play.
One of those special days at the ballpark. And you come out on Memorial Day weekend.
And you get yourself a real Major League Baseball handed to you. Full count. Flaherty has walked 2. 62 pitches to this point. His 5th start of the season. And Mercer strikes out. Second K for Flaherty. Now Frazier batting for Rodriguez. So Richard Rodriguez pitches a scoreless 5th.
Had to work at it a little bit, but he got it down, got the 0 up there. Looks like it's going to be Glass now next.
Adam Frazier just 1 for 15 as a pinch hitter. Felipe.
Those bell bottoms stretched out.
Frazier, you see the season average, just .229. Flaherty yet to throw a strike to Frazier, but it's 2-1.
That's where he got hit the other day, isn't it?
Yeah. Right forearm. And to center field, Pham. 2 outs. Back to the top of the order, and Josh Harrison. The summer 6-pack is back. Help you save big on seeing the Pirates this summer. Select any 5 games and your 6th one is free. Choose from fireworks, bobbleheads, kids' days, and more. 6-packs start at only $48. To get yours, go to pirates.com/6-pack. Two outs. 3rd time around here, Josh Harrison.
Seems like Flaherty's kind of got himself into a groove. It's just not taking a lot of time. Every time the hitter says he's ready, he rocks back and fires.
Out in front of Jay Hay. He struck him out last time.
Got him to chase away. I mean, that's I think the what everybody I think does with Jay Hay. If they can get to 2 strikes, they'll see if they can throw something off the plate, game swing at it.
Flaherty, this is his 10th career start, the 22-year-old from Burbank, California. 2014 compensation pick, first rounder. Able to pick up that compensation pick when Carlos Beltran signed as a free agent with the Yankees.
Freddie Sanchez from Burbank? We had somebody that
Might have been
from that area.
Yeah. Former Pirate second baseman Freddie Sanchez, who won a batting title. And Pirate second baseman Josh Harrison. Now a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. The starting pitching for the Cardinals, we mentioned last night, has been outstanding the last couple of weeks. The Cardinals have lost 8 of their last 12 games, but you really can't fault the starters. ERA under 2.5 during that stretch, while the bullpen earned run average is over 6 over the last dozen games. And to Carpenter. And the Pirates go down 1-2-3. 1 run allowed by Jack Flaherty. Tyler Glasnow will be coming on for the 6th.
With Jose Osuna being optioned to AAA Indianapolis, Austin Meadows remains on the big league roster. That's 4 starting quality outfielders for Clint Hurdle, and he discussed what the plan was for those 4 moving forward.
We've got a plan. As we've talked about previously, we need to continue to monitor Dickerson's on-field innings. Marte's bouncing back. We're going to be smart with. And Polanco. So I think between the 4 of them, a true 4th outfielder, we'll be able to have the opportunity to get everybody playing time and everybody adequate rest.
So the next follow-up question from the media to Hurdle was, will Austin be here for the foreseeable future? And his response to that was, well, we have no shelf life for that right now. We're just trying to make our best roster, and that includes Austin Meadows, who could help us win games at the big league level. Now, one thing, Greg and Bob, that Meadows does help Clint Hurdle in terms of making out his roster, he has the ability to play all 3 outfield positions. So any guy he rests, Dickerson, Polanco, or Marte, in a given night, Meadows can plug and play anywhere he wants to. So we'll see how the whole thing plays out, but it's certainly a nice problem to have. With that man sitting on the bench any given night, can plug in anywhere you want him.
And Robbie, I know you were there when I guess Ron Cook of the Post-Gazette and 93.7 The Fan also followed up, asked about if Polanco has options left. That has been a big question, and I wasn't there for that second half, and my understanding is he really didn't answer that, Clint Hurdle. Something like he didn't want to go there. But that will be a question I'm sure we'll pose with the general manager Neil Huntington tomorrow on his radio show, because Meadows is just, as we said, I mean, 448 average. You don't want him sitting on the bench much longer. You want to ride that hot hand. I think it's fair for us to assume he'll be in the lineup at one of those positions tomorrow. As Jerko goes down on strikes. Meanwhile, Tyler Glasnow has quietly, slowly but surely, becoming more and more impressive.
See Tyler's numbers on the air. He definitely is starting to get locked in. There's no doubt about that. And you know, put my 2 cents into the prior subject there is it will be very interesting to see how this all plays out, and probably play out sooner than later, you would think. These are some very important games.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's not you're not looking for somebody to get some playing time or somebody to get confidence or whatever. You're trying to win. As Harrison Bader, who pinch ran for the injured Dexter Fowler and stayed in the game, singles off Glasnow.
Right now you're going Cardinals, Cubs, Cardinals.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
So we'll keep an eye on it. See what happens.
3 with the Cardinals, 3 with the Cubs here at home, and then 4 with St. Louis. On the road, then back home, 3 with the Dodgers. And on the road, 3 with the Cubs. It is a very important stretch. Francisco Pena delivered a big sacrifice fly on an 0-2 pitch from Trevor Williams in the 4th. Bader, good speed. Takes off, and it's fouled off.
Glasnow, I mean, he can vary his time home, but for the most part, you can run on him. Not surprising that he would take off, try to steal the base. When you're as big as he is, it takes a while to get that stride out there and get your delivery finished with.
Takes off again, taken for a ball, and a stolen base.
See a pretty big leg kick there. Bader even have time to look back over his shoulder, see what was going on.
Two-one count on Pena. Popped up. Polanco makes the catch, second out. And they're going to intentionally walk Munoz with first base open, and they'll face the pitcher, Jack Flaherty.
Not a big fan of a lot of the modern changes that we've made, but I like the point by. I have to admit that Hasn't bothered me like I thought it might. Or they just say, hey, run on down the first. Let's just pretend we threw 4 wide ones. I know that's going to surprise a lot of people, including you, Greg. I can tell by your silence.
No. I just don't
know.
know.
You're thinking, well, why is that okay and other stuff's not? And I don't have a good answer for that, to be honest with you. Just when they point to first base, the guy runs down there, I'm like, yeah, good, we don't have to watch that. Now, when it first started, I definitely was against it. But I'm just getting old, I don't know. Still bother you?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I think it was unnecessary. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
I mean, just for example, if they were doing it to speed up the game, I was thinking about it. And Joe Klemchak is the acting PA announcer today. Tim Tobacco is away this weekend. And a strike 3 called. If Flaherty had gotten right up to the plate right away, it would have, but he took his time. It was as if he was waiting for the 4 wide ones.
You're right.
Did you hear that? This one, a Marte bomb. Shots from the Allegheny Health Network Supermo. The Pirates trailing 4-1 to the bottom of the 6th inning. Pirates fans of all ages on this Memorial Day weekend here in the city of Pittsburgh. Looks like we're going to be able to play this game all the way through without stoppage. Storms may be headed our way later tonight.
It looked like checking the radar out a few minutes ago. We're looking good. Everything close kind of moved to the south of us.
So now let's get Cervelli aboard.
We got good weather for the comeback.
Yeah, and almost clipped by that breaking pitch. Cervelli talking to him before the game about his discussion with Jeremy Rehack, the home plate umpire, last night.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
what was that all about? He said, well, he was telling me to get in the box. He said, well, wait a minute. He said, I'm kind of getting set here. And I guess Rehack said that, Martinez, the top of the 1st inning, said the same thing to him, and Cervelli said that's different. They had a runner at first base. There's nobody on here now. And I said, well, you got to take it easy on a rookie umpire, don't you? a little bit? He says, no, they didn't take it easy on me when I was a rookie.
Well, Cervelli definitely, he develops that relationship with his umpires. Talks to them all the time. I think it's an important facet that every catcher has to do. As a pitcher, I know you always want to see your catcher have, they don't have to be best friends back there, but be able to talk about things without, being, nose to nose and somebody getting thrown out of the game. And I think for the most part, Cervelli does a good job with that. Gentlemen.
Wow, Flaherty strikes out Cervelli.
Right on right changeup? I believe so, Greg.
To tell Steve that one. He's a big fan of that.
I don't know. Yeah,
Looks like it.
Looking at the grip, yep. Or I mean the spin. Very slow spin rate.
Well, Marte is 2 for 2. He's homered and singled.
Oh, wait a minute, that was slow motion. That's why.
I was thinking as you were leaving us there in the top of this 6th inning with the idea that you're no longer bothered by the point by.
No, point by doesn't bother me.
Maybe that's something that we can ask viewers to chime in on here today. Hashtag Bucks Booth. Maybe the things that still do bother Bob. Very few things, but what do you think bothers Bob anymore? Hashtag Bucks Booth.
Nothing really.
I know. Like Gumby.
I'm pretty. I'm more pokey. I mean, I'm very bendable, like it, but I do everything Gumby wants me to do. I'm pokey.
I'm going to call you Pokey now. Pokemon. 1-2 on Marte. Said to Marte, you're going to get up there. You've not hit against live pitching for a week and a half. If you get up there and get 3 hits today, we'll give you a salute. Not there. Well, all of a sudden, Flaherty, when the Pirates looked as though they were going to really put some pressure on him, he's looking better now than he did 3 innings back.
Pretty good slider that got Marte.
Making him look foolish.
Marte doesn't want to go back to the dugout. He's going to the far end.
Didn't want to leave the batter's box.
Keep the bat, helmet.
Only run coming on the Marte homer in the 1st. And again, a bad looking swing and a miss. Cervelli, Marte, and Bell. Flaherty considered the number 36 prospect overall in Major League Baseball coming into this season. And this is toward left center field, and Pham on the move, not going to get there. So Josh Bell will be at second base with a 2-out double.
Yeah, we need a 2-out single now. Knocked in.
Flaherty at 86 pitches.
Right on the screws, right on the meat of the bat. See Bell's eyes fall on that as he started running. Nobody's catching that one.
See what Corey Dickerson can do. He's flied out twice. Flaherty coming off a gem of the game against the Phillies last Sunday.
Ton of strikeouts.
Yeah, 13. First career big league win. 7 2/3 innings. 120 pitches. Against the Phillies, he retired the first 10 batters in 12 of the last 13.
120 pitches?
Yeah.
Holy.
Unheard of these days.
Wow, yeah.
And this is toward left, and Osuna Flaherty has given up the 1 run on the home run by Marte through 6.
Brought to you by Barrel Automotive. Check out barreltires.com and never overpay for tires again. And by Allegheny Health Network, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
Well, the Pirates are being shut down for the most part, other than the one swing by Jack Flaherty. And all he wants for his 10th birthday is a baseball.
I can't throw it that far.
Sure you can.
No, that's a long ways.
Evan Lefkulich is celebrating his 13th birthday today here at the ballpark. Evan, his mom and 2 siblings here. Big Poppy, 13 years old today. Carpenter led off the ball game with his 5th home run of the year off Trevor Williams. Had a bunt single off Richard Rodriguez leading off the 5th. Tyler Lyons, the fact that he is warming up now, and the pitcher in the 9th spot of the order would make you think that that is it for Flaherty. I don't know how quick Mike Matheny quickly he wanted to pull the hook on Flaherty given those bullpen numbers. There's Mike Matheny. Only 88 pitches thrown by Flaherty after that 120 pitch effort his last time.
That might explain it. Might have gone into this one thinking, wow, we really pushed him last time. We're going to make it a short game for him. I don't want to see him out there anymore.
No. And now Glasnow falls behind Carpenter 3-2. A scoreless 6th for Glasnow with a couple of strikeouts. Jose Martinez next. And once again Marte and Dickerson. It's Dickerson. Dan Potash has a game break. Back to our studios.
first baseman, Jose Martinez.
Huh. All right, thank you, Dan.
Kind of like that name, Pokey.
Yep, suits you well, I think. Russell Martin, by the way, is hitting only 154. And they've had so many problems at shortstop.
He's hitting like a shortstop.
Yeah.
That's from like 50 years ago.
Right. Mark Belanger days.
Yeah, now shortstops don't hit like that.
Mario Mendoza.
In the old days, that was kind of a saying. Guy hits like a shortstop.
In those days, the shortstop was just a slick fielder, and whatever you got offensively was a bonus.
Wanted to keep that best defensive guy out there.
Oh, 2 count. Martinez fouls that off his foot. Hashtag Bucks Booth. Find out your thoughts on Pokey. What are his likes and dislikes? Yes, that's a fact. Sarcastic a lot. You're right. His dislike is correct.
As you were asking that question,
yeah, you
I
thought
was
that?
thinking that might be the best answer right there.
Chairs that tip back. Must bother Bob.
They do. I like the nice solid chair now. It's mandatory.
How about hitters that take big vicious swings like Martinez just did? That never bothered you?
No, no. In fact, bigger the swing, the better. I'm like, all they're doing is creating holes for the baseball to evade.
Here's the shortstop for the Pirates, Jordy Mercer. The long throw, but Martinez going to get an infield hit out of it. He has 3 hits this afternoon, Jose Martinez.
If that was it on the bag, he might have beat it out.
He runs pretty good for 6'7", 230. Ball 1 to Pham. Martinez, whose dad, Carlos Martinez, played in the big leagues with the White Sox, Indians, and Angels, late 80s to the mid 90s. '98, 2-0. Pham is another late bloomer. Talked about that earlier. Well, he will tell you he just never got a chance in this organization. Sharply hit to Mercer. A bobble. Recovers. And they still get the double play. 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. Mercer to Harrison to Bell. Pirates have 3 more shots, looking as though it might be against the Cardinals bullpen. On this Memorial Day weekend, we're going to keep it here at PNC Park on a Saturday afternoon. Game 2 of this 3-game series against the Redbirds.
For the 7th inning
Joe
stretch,
Klemchak.
we invite you now to stand and follow the bouncing Eden Park Smiley Cookie as we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
rights and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
4-1 Cardinals. Go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Middle game of this series. Point Park University tweets, folks here at the ballpark, a holiday road trip to Blitzburg. 3 generations there of Pirates fans. All right, first home game of the year, those 3. Hashtag Bucks Booth for your pictures and comments. Right now, Tyler Lyons just off the disabled list today. Delivers to Colin Moran inside. He's on the 10-day DL. A couple of players activated off the disabled list today. Mid-back strain landed Lyons on the disabled list.
But they really had a tough time with their disabled list. A lot of players on it. All comes with the job, with the deal with injuries, told the things that no way can you predict.
Colin Moran off the lefty, just his 10th at bat against a left-hander. Wraps a single to center. Lefty's hitting over 300 against Lyons, and he'll face another one in Gregory Polanco.
A breaking ball that started off inside and it just ended up in the middle of the plate. Wow, look at that. That's a great swing. I mean, he gave no ground on that breaking ball. That front side stayed nice and closed up.
In on Polanco. And 2 balls, no strikes.
This is a scenario that you're hoping for, that when you finally got Flaherty out of the game, or when they would take him out of the game, that you could perhaps do some work against this bullpen. Got a little bit of a start here. Need somebody to come up with that big hit though at some point.
And now in the dirt, so Moran takes off on the wild pitch.
You need that big hit, kind of like Cervelli.
Yeah, the
Bases
put away
loaded double. Yeah. I mean, somebody's going to have to drive one into a gap, hit a chalk line, maybe put it over the fence after we get a couple guys on base. Not a very good block of that ball. I think he could have been crossed up. Or no, there's nobody second. Not before he threw it anyway. But that's not normally how you go about blocking a breaking pitch in the dirt. Nice play. The ball tried to scoot by. I don't think he's 10 years old, but he got a ball.
So it's 3-2, and this is the last batter. It looks as though this is the last batter that Lyons will face, the flame-throwing righty in the bullpen, Jordan Hicks. And Polanco strikes out looking.
And he did get froze up on a breaking ball there. See him give up on it, and it just sat down on the outside half the plate.
This is going to be a double switch. Another look. Freezes Polanco. Now Mike Matheny is going to go to Jordan Hicks. We will see the man who last Sunday threw a pitch 105 miles an hour. 4-1 Cardinals.
Miles per hour. Josh Bell discussed what it might be like trying to face a pitch like that.
It's easy to think, I got to swing harder, got to, match power with power. But I feel like the most important thing is trying to think slower and easier. Let him supply that power, and for the most part, just try to get him up, because I know I've seen, video of ball starts right down the middle and it like sinks out of the zone. So just try to see him up, try to get a pitch that's hittable, and just try to take an easy swing on it.
And Greg, you threw the 2 pitches at 105 and 3 more at 104 last Sunday against Odubel Herrera of the Philadelphia Phillies. Pretty impressive stuff.
Good luck, Jordy Mercer. First pitch at 99, changes on the infield. Jerko moves over to third base from second. Colton Wong takes over at second. He'll bat in the 9th spot of the order. Matt Carpenter moves from third to first. And a little chopper. 2 outs. And now it's Austin Meadows to pinch hit.
Numbers on the year, obviously not giving up a lot of base hits. So the batting average against him very low. You'd think he'd have more strikeouts than that, though.
Yeah. 16 walks in 23 innings also. Well, Austin Meadows pinch hitting for Glass now. To third. And Hicks quickly comes in and retires Mercer and Meadows.
And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
4-1 as we go to the 8th. Cardinals trying to even this series. One run coming on Starling Marte's homer. Tied it in the bottom of the first. Even though the Pirates have had base runners, not able to come through with a big hit. Kyle Crick.
He has done well. Needs to try and hold the fort. Pirates got 6 more outs. Take it all the way to the end.
And to right, a base hit for Osuna. Opposite field single. A look at today's attendance presented by Cricket. 22,133. Tomorrow afternoon, the final game of this series. And then Monday afternoon, Memorial Day, the Cubs are in for 3. Jameson Taillon tomorrow against Miles Michaelis. $11 hits now for St. Louis. One ball game. Carpenter homered in the first, Marte in the first, and then Jairo Munoz, the rookie, singled off of Trevor Williams. Was sacrificed to second and scored on a Jose Martinez base hit. That made it a 2-1 ball game. Robbie with another catch. Look at Robbie moving here.
Look at the range.
Look at this. How smooth is that?
Just remember, even a broken clock is right twice a day, boys.
Is there a Gold Glove award for sideline guys? Yeah, I think Robbie
You know,
might
if
be
they
leading.
gave one out, I would like to nominate myself for that.
I'll nominate you.
Thank you very much.
You've made several, I'd say, above average plays this year.
As long as they don't play the misses, I'm good with it. Ones I miss, just
again, he saves
catches.
Dave.
Yeah.
You know, Dave right here, you know what he does? He goes that way, right out of the way, every time. I try to catch it.
Yeah.
Good thinking, Dave.
Yeah. And no reason we can't start a Gold Hand Award.
Golden hand. Like it.
Sideline reporters. Kyle Crick, the road trip, picked up his first major league save. Two count on Jerko. Trevor Williams gave up 4. Pirates were down 2-1 in the third, and then a 2 spot in the fourth. Leadoff double by Tommy Pham. Osuna singled. Dexter Fowler hit by a pitch with 1 out. This should be the. Well, no, it's going to drift back out of play. Kind of a shot to stay in. Robbie, nothing he could do about that. Too far back.
He'd have been on it.
Terry's right on it. Look at Terry right there. Cameraman extraordinaire.
Didn't
Look at
we
him.
see Terry? Was it last year? Did he catch a foul ball?
Oh yeah.
Last year.
He was shooting. As this catch is made by Cervelli back by the backstop. Some canines out on pup night recently, and he was actually feeding them as he was shooting them.
He goes the extra mile to get the perfect shot.
There he is. Here is Harrison Bader. X-rays on Dexter Fowler's right knee negative. That's good news for the Cardinals. Status is day to day. Harrison Bader pinch ran, stayed in the game, and then singled and stole a base in the 6th. Jack Flaherty went 6 innings. Back-to-back strong starts for the rookie 22-year-old for the Cardinals. In line to win his 2nd straight big league game. That breaks the bat. Whoops.
I don't know if that's allowed.
I don't think so.
Going on to the field to grab a baseball.
Nope.
And then not even giving it to that kid.
Well, I think,
it yourself.
yeah, that's going to be it for him, and he knows it. He's going to voluntarily leave. He's going to be ejected. 2-1 on Bader. Aaron Nola, another no-hitter watch. Phillies starter against the Blue Jays in Philadelphia. They're in the top of the 7th. Blue Jays are being no-hit. Philadelphia a half game back of the Braves in the National League East. The Nationals 2 back in that division. Washington and the Marlins in Miami are tied at 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Crick gets a strikeout of Bader. 2 outs. As you enjoy a Miller Lite, look forward to the Hold True moment later in today's game. Starling Marte returning off the DL, 2 for 3. With a home run. Now Francisco Pena. He delivered a key sacrifice fly in the 4th on an 0-2 pitch. And 1 out in the 4th inning. Brought home Tommy Pham from 3rd, made it a 3-1 game. Backhand pick. Boston Red Sox beat Atlanta at Fenway. (8-6) final score. And that's pulled foul past Jose Oquendo. They shut out the Diamondbacks out in Oakland, 3-zip. A lot of interleague action. Diamondbacks have lost 9 of their last 11 ball games. Still just a game back of the Rockies in the National League West. 3-1. If the season ended today, still a bunch of baseball left, but you like to look at standings come Memorial Day. The Pirates would actually be going to the postseason. But a critical stretch of games upcoming. And 2 more shots at the Cardinals here today.
You know, with the way the things have started out here at the beginning of the year, Pirates playing pretty well overall, and then you look at the whole division. I'd like to not even think about that, you know, coming in second place stuff. I want to win this division.
Yeah, the Pirates have done that second place stuff before. Again, 2 more shots of the Cardinals. Inning. Josh Harrison will lead things off, and we take a look. StatCast shows you what Robbie and Smikowski did. Bob, that's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, that first step at 0.8 second, he was all over it. Only a 15% catch probability. That's always an important stat.
Third base camera well, where the impossible happens, Greg and Bob.
And there he's holding up that gold hand.
This is the gold hand, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my. Where the impossible happens.
101 miles an hour there. Francisco Cervelli on deck. And 2-0. Say hey, 0 for 3 against the starter Jack Flaherty. .100 miles an hour, but ball 3. Jordan Hicks from Houston, Texas, won't turn 22 until September.
The hardest throwers come from Houston. Doesn't it seem like that?
Sure
I know
does.
I brought this up before, but here's another one.
Yep. Hard hit, but at the second baseman, Wong. Harrison 0 for 4. Jordan Hicks of Cypress Creek High School in Texas was a supplemental 3rd rounder in 2015. Edgar Santana getting ready. pops that mid at 101 after the breaking ball.
Got some kind of a compression pad on that forearm where he got hit the other day. Right forearm that I saw him looking at earlier.
And back with a breaking pitch.
Doesn't seem like Hicks really messes with the edges of the strike zone a lot. I think he's realizes the kind of stuff he has, and he wants to just throw strikes.
Oh, that's good work there from Cervelli.
Earlier I said some guys can just hit.
Yeah. You were saying that about Marte.
Cervelli, one of those guys.
Time for Built for Baseball presented by T-Mobile. Right after Marte homered is when Bob said some guys can just hit, and 447 feet. Career best in terms of distance, 467 feet against the Brewers here at PNC Park in 2015.
.467, that must have been pretty majestic. It's one of the things about this ballpark in particular is when you do see a long one, it is very impressive. Travel a long ways here.
Josh Bell on deck. One and two. High chopper. Jerko going to try and get it out at first, and he does. Oh, that ball was hit high in the air. Thought that good chance Marte would beat that out, but Jerko got it to Carpenter quickly.
That's a good job by Jerko. That puts the pressure on him. He knows who's running, and this ball pounded off the plate, so he's got to just be so quick, and everything has to be perfect. Any kind of a little bit of a bobble, and this is a hit. Well, here's the matchup that we were hearing about earlier. Also, he's going to try and slow his swing down. Let Hicks provide the power.
103. Aroldis Chapman was the last pitcher to register 105 miles per hour back in 2008. And he's going to get Bell. And so far, the Cardinals pitchers doing a number on the Bucks, just one run, trailing by 3.
Runners at first and second, and there's the shortstop. Russell Martin singles to left, breaks up the no-no. No-no gone, shutout gone, lead gone. It's 1-1 in the 8th inning of play, guys.
All right, Dan, thanks. We've got those Phillies leading the National League East. The start of the day. They're trailing the National League East by half game against Atlanta, but the Braves were beaten by Boston. And the Cardinals trying to beat the Pirates here, while the Brewers are up on the Mets 10-6 after 6 innings in Milwaukee. Here's Edgar Santana.
Santana, good season. Not wild at all. Good control.
Munoz is retired by Moran.
Santana's first year came up with a very good reputation for just throwing a lot of strikes, but there was a couple of games where it got away from him, but not this year. That experience of last season really paid off. The bullpen has really gelled nicely after a rough start. Seems to be getting better as the season is going along so far. They come in, they throw up zeros.
First at bat of the night for Colton Wong. Pop up.
Jordan's got that one under control.
A little bit of breaking news. The Chicago Cubs have placed Yu Darvish on the 10-day disabled list with the right triceps tendonitis. Second time he's gone on the DL, but the first one was, I think, a flu bug.
Yep. On the DL for the flu, and now the tricep problem. Cubs will be coming in town soon.
3-game series starts Monday afternoon for the Cubbies. Bottom of the 9th, the Pirates will have Corey Dickerson, Colin Moran, Gregory Polanco due up. Bud Norris is their closer. He's loosening. Things did not work out. Haven't anyway so far for Greg Holland.
He didn't look good last night.
So it's 2-2 on Carpenter. Trevor Williams on the hook would fall to 5-3 unless the Pirates rally in the bottom of the 9th. Richard Rodriguez pitched a scoreless 5th. Tyler Glasnow, a couple of scoreless innings. Kyle Crick gave up a leadoff hit in the 8th, but retired the next 3. Pinch hitter on deck should it get to that point. Tyler O'Neill. Pitcher spot due up. This would be just the second time today that the Cardinals were set down in order. If Santana can get Carpenter. Trevor Williams had a 1-2-3 second. And he does. Down 3, it's a save opportunity for Bud Norris. And again, Corey Dickerson will lead off. Bottom of the 9th inning, down 3. Greg Holland was on the mound trying to save it. Corey Dickerson a double. Francisco Cervelli a single. Colin Moran hits one past the first baseman Jose Martinez, went for an error, and then the double by Jordy Mercer. And the Pirates tied the game in the 9th. They won it in the 11th on Starling Marte's walk-off single against Jordan Hicks. They actually were down 5 runs in that ball game, scored 2 in the 6th. Those 3 in the 9th to tie it. A 6-5 11 inning win, and it's Corey Dickerson who leads off the bottom of the 9th once again, but this time it's against Bud Norris.
Norris, pretty good numbers on the season. He's kind of fit right into this role, hasn't he? They needed help.
9 for 9 in save chances. He took his first loss against the Royals on Wednesday, gave up 2 runs in 1 inning, 2 earned, season high 3 runs total.
Our Cardinal skipper Tony La Russa used to always say he could find a closer. And he was a user of that bullpen.
Pop up. 1 out. Pirates Cardinals wrap up this 3-game series, looking like it might be the rubber match tomorrow afternoon. Miles Michaelis on the mound for the Cardinals against Jamison Tyone. Coverage gets underway at 1 o'clock. Pirates pregame is presented by WB Mason. Pirates are 4-0 against the Cardinals this season. Coming into this one, there's Tyone and Michaelis.
Charting. That's a throwback.
Going old school, yeah.
What is that all about? What if he's doing that on his own?
2 down. Brings up Polanco, MLB at Bat, your #1 Pirates app. Customize your experience. Catch every moment this season. You get Pirates home screen icons and features like MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today. Gregory Polanco in the spotlight. A walk in the second, but a double play in the fourth, struck out looking in the seventh. And his miseries continue. And what will the Pirates do now that they kept Austin Meadows? Polanco with 3 hits in his last 30 at bats. After hitting .325 first 11 games this month. Austin Meadows did not start today. Pinch hit in the 7th and grounded out.
Trying to keep the ball in on him, but a lot of teams do. But it's about the execution. I think that's one of the reasons why we see Polanco get the base on balls that he's been getting. Is for a lot of right-handers, I was one of them. You can't be as accurate over to that side of the plate. Try to continually to get the ball in, you're gonna fall behind and walk guys. I always thought that's one of the reasons that the cutter has become such a popular pitch, is so you can get that ball in on the hitters that bat the opposite of you throw.
Three and one. Now full count. Norris trying to save this one for Flaherty. Pirates have been out hit 11-6. With the second straight win for the rookie Jack Flaherty. Three and two. And Polanco strikes out to end the ball game. And the Cardinals even the series.
Not a good day for the offense. Just couldn't get anything going today against their really entire pitching staff. Was hoping when the bullpen got involved things would change a little bit with Flaherty out of there, but it didn't. Marte, he was the offense today with one swing, and that was it.
So the Cardinals win the first game of the season series. First 5 games played so far this season. We go back out to Dan and Michael.
All right, gentlemen. Well, certainly a tough act to follow after what Joe Musgrove did in